All right, here we go. This is Rock It Out with Kim D. High, and I am going to crochet a hair tie. All right, to start with, I just kind of make a little okay. This ought to be interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these chains, and I'm just going to hold it like this. And with this particular one, and this is just a single crochet. Five. Oops. I don't like ends, so I basically weave all of mine in as I'm working. So that's what this is, it's the end. And we just round and round. Go under. Under. Pull it through. And there you go. Now you see how I'm holding this that way, it kind of keeps a little tension on my elastic. Most of the time with these, I just do 3 rounds. So this is the first round. And it's also basically the same as a foundation row. I try to slow down. It's hard to do when you're used to going very fast. But I want you to be able to see these stitches as I do them. A lot of people hold their hooks different ways, the way you keep your tension for your yarn. It's kind of trial and error. Takes a little bit. All right, here we go. We are almost there. Hair ties are fun. It's a quick, easy thing for me to do. I'm hoping some of you will enjoy it. A lot of these that I'll be doing, we'll decide what stitches to do together, and I will want to make sure it's all on the outside. There you go. Here I am, I'm at the end. I'm going to pull it out just a little so I can do a couple extra stitches. Okay, so now what I like to do is I like to go in the back when I'm doing a joining. So I lift that up and I put this into the back. Poke it through. There we go. Now I tighten that up. And I pull it through. Get it all the way through. Okay, so now that is joined. So I didn't mean to turn it around. So now I'm going to chain 3, and then I'm going to go into, the first one's a little tough. I've got it a little bit too tight, and that can happen sometimes when you're dealing with the start or stop part. So here we go. I've done a yarn over. One, two, and I am going to do that all the way across. I did the yarn over, and then 1, oops, sorry, 2, now one thing, and I'll put some hair ties on my wrist so you can see how it's a full hand motion. You're not just using this right here, you're turning all kinds of directions. And it's 3D art. All of this, it's just beautiful 3D art. I think I'm using H hook. Yeah, I'm using an H. I don't remember how many millimeters it is. But this is my fun. This is just what I will sit and do over and over and over all day long. Oops. My hands have gotten shakier the last couple of years. It's been harder for me to crochet, but I find other ways to make it happen. Most of my yarn, well, other than Cluck, the 30-pound ball of yarn, and part of this yarn, this came from Cluck. Part of it was falling off on one side, so I rolled a little bit of it into a ball. And this is a little different because I'm actually not looking at, I'm watching it through the camera and not my hands. So it's a little bit different seeing when things go a little fuzzy in the camera, when I start going faster. So here we go. I hope everybody's having a good day. I have been busy. Got this little commercial property that I'm going to do a flea market on, so I've got to figure out a bunch of stuff. I'm working on a new construction to build a indoor mini putt-putt golf course. That's what I'm hoping. And I don't have any money. I am on disability. I am figuring out how to do all of this. It's not easy. Don't know where to turn, what to do. It's a big job building a new commercial building. Like I said, I'm just doing a double. I did a single crochet all the way around. Now I'm doing a double crochet. And then the edging that I chose to do on most of these, I believe it's called a pichat. And we are almost ready to do the edging. And then after the edging, cut it off, wind in the final, weave in the final end, and there you go. From this, you can make a whole bunch of stuff. You could keep making it bigger and do a holder for plants or flowers. You can make a hat. And it's all just by getting these basic steps. Okay, and I like to go in through the back. Okay, so now I just go a chain, 1, 2, 3. That's how you do a chain. And now I'm going to go into the same one, and then I'm just going to do a slip stitch right there. 1, 2, 3. Go into the next stitch and just pull it through the one. 1, 2, 3. And you could just put it through the front loop. I'll teach you more about the front loops and the back loops and the posts as I get going. But for this, I just do it through both loops. Pull it through, and then there. If you were doing a single crochet, when you pull it through, like this, you would yarn over and pull it through. But I'm just doing a slip stitch. Get this going a little bit more here. Not everybody picks up on this. But so far, there hasn't been anybody I haven't been able to teach, left or right-handed. I taught at Michael's in Highlands Ranch, Colorado for a few years. It was fun. People would just come for a 2-hour session and walk away knowing how to crochet. It's different when you have someone just one-on-one. Watching videos and things like that, you have questions and you can't ask the video the question. So I'm hoping to be able to help you and answer your questions. I like working with variegated yarn, which is yarns like this that have more than one color. Makes it kind of fun. 1, 2, 3. Go into the next one. And one thing is, if you have any errors, don't worry about them. Most people, if they do notice it, well, kudos to you. I know whenever I've made a blanket or I do something, they just want to be warm. They're not too worried about checking for errors. This particular hair tie pattern is kind of neat because it's, oh, probably about, see, we got 48, and the 3 chains, under 500 stitches. Oops. Like I said, it's hard when you're purposely slowing down. The other thing is I normally don't watch myself work. I can do this by feel and feel where the holes are. I can't remember a time in my life when I didn't crochet. I think I first started learning when I was between 5 and 6. And it just became a passion. I look forward to showing you Plarn. Working with plastic yarn is fun. The plastic Hawaiian lays, I can cut the string on them and they're perfect 1-inch strips. So there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with Hawaiian lays. And those are, good cost at like Oriental Trading Company. I used to do the towels with the crocheted tops, and that seemed to have gone out of style, so hair ties. And between this and the granny squares, I stay pretty busy. I like these because they're quick. It's easier to feel accomplished. Bigger projects are a little harder. I have a dress I'm working on, and so you'll see me do a little bit of that. I gotta get it done for the new owner. So what do you like? Do you like crafts? Or do you like gifts? Do you live in a country where people actually wear crocheted clothing? I see a lot of it online. Here in the USA, I don't see a lot of people wearing crocheted clothing. I do see a lot more of the bags though. I'd like to make some of these granny square bags. I think they'll be kind of fun. Well, we are almost done here. Took a little bit longer than normal. I can get them done in about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, now we are going to slide this into here. Oops. Sam. Now, take my scissor. Now I normally only do a few inches. A lot of people do 6 inches, but I don't like having that many ends to weave in. So now I've pulled that through. Now the next part is this is how I weave my ends in. I will pull that there. Pull that through here. I just find, I don't know, I kind of have just a natural way where I weave it in, and that way you don't see it. It doesn't come undone. Some people will take a tapestry needle and do it that way. All right. The best thing I use to cut these is it's a thing I use for gift wrapping. And that way I don't ever worry about cutting stitches. So there you have a hair tie. More to come. I'll check in on everybody and we'll do some more either later today or tomorrow. Oh, it's late in the evening, so it looks like it might be a tomorrow thing. And I will show you hair ties that are finished, and we'll start getting some of them sold. I've got a couple people that have already put in some orders, and I look forward to working with you and helping you learn different things about crochet. Have an amazing day.